The Shadow Dragon Saga and its symbolism within the actual franchise is one of the most amazing things I've ever witnessed. In this video, we're going to be talking over my sort of mini review of the Shadow Dragon Saga and why it actually means a lot more than you might think. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Goku, and welcome back to another video. And yes, this is me talking about the Shadow Dragon Saga, its symbolism, and why I think it's great. The symbolism's great, and the saga is pretty good. So, first off, guys, I know a lot of you can be like, oh, more GT content. Guys, if you don't want GT content, don't watch. I'm a fan of the entire Dragon Ball franchise. I will make videos on Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, and soon I'm going to actually be binging the Dragon Ball manga and the Dragon Ball anime. I'm 90 episodes into the original Dragon Ball anime, and I want to make videos on that as well. So I'm going to make videos on Dragon Ball, period. If it's GT and you don't like GT, you don't have to watch it, guys. Just letting you know. But anyways, so the Shadow Dragon Saga, it is the final saga of GT. It is the finale, and in my opinion, it's the second best saga in GT. And, you know, if you take in all the sagas of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, and GT, I believe that's over 20 sagas. I think I'd put the Shadow Dragon Saga at least in the top 10, maybe in the top 8, I'm not sure. It could easily have been the best saga of all time though, but the beginning of it was not handled properly. But in my opinion, I think it's the most meaning of any saga, and is the best ending out of any saga, even of any show in the franchise. So one thing is that this saga makes the Dragon Balls, you know, somewhat relevant again. They are not only a huge part of the saga, of the entire saga, but they are also gone in the very end. So if you don't know what happens in the Shadow Dragon Saga, it's basically all of the Dragon Balls get corrupted with minus energy, and in come the Shadow Dragons due to this. This is through overuse of the Dragon Balls, and that created the minus energy, and that made 7 dragons come, each tied to their own Dragon Ball, each tied to their own certain wish, and technically there's 8 dragons if you do consider Omega Shenron as a separate one. And so these 7 dragons' goal is to basically spread chaos and destruction. There is 7 different dragons, some have all different abilities, but the final one, Omega, has all of the abilities of all the dragons. He's an extremely powerful foe. Through time and time again, they would defeat dragon by dragon. So what happens is Goku, he goes through and he defeats almost all the dragons. Like I said, each dragon is tied to a Dragon Ball. There is a dragon called Nova Shenron. He's the fire dragon, one of the most powerful dragons, and he's the 4-star ball. And interestingly enough, he's also the most respectful of the dragons. He loves to fight, and also at one point fights alongside Goku. What makes this really cool and interesting is that this is the 4-star ball. This is basically Goku's Dragon Ball. This is tied to Goku. So that's really interesting and sort of a callback to have Nova Shenron, the 4-star dragon, actually be good, respectful, love to fight, and join Goku in a fight. It was something that I thought was really cool, and other, you know, more symbolism of Goku being tied to that Dragon Ball. That was his origin, that is his beginning, that's what he loved in the beginning, that's what he traced and ran after in the beginning, and now he's fighting it, and actually, the thing that he loved, this is now basically his grandpa personified into a dragon, because he thought that the Dragon Ball was his grandpa. So this is really cool and a good callback, and Nova Shenron is probably my favorite dragon. I think he's really cool, and honestly, I think it would have been awesome as if GT didn't have to end in the Shadow Dragon Saga to have Nova Shenron be an actual character after this, but until he gets into Sin, and then he needs help from his allies as Sin is too strong, and then he goes ultra full power Super Saiyan 4, the strongest version of Super Saiyan 4, and beats the crap out of Sin. Unfortunately for Goku, Sin would then fuse into become Omega Shenron, the absorption of all 7 dragons together, the strongest Shadow Dragon, and up to that point, Goku's strongest enemy. Even his brand new Super Saiyan 4 form would not be enough, and Vegeta in his own Super Saiyan 4 form would not be enough. And with Goku being nearly killed by Omega, he would finally do a final Universal Spirit Bomb and defeat Omega Shenron with it, and thus the dragons are dead, and the Dragon Balls are kind of fine again. But then Goku is sort of dead. The actual Dragon Ball author says he's either dead or entirely something new, it's up to the reader's interpretation. It's up to you guys' interpretation. He's something different at least, and he's a different type of dead. They said if he's dead, it's a different dead than ever before. He's permanently dead. There's no halo. Goku is dead here, or something different new, or maybe both. He's dead and something new. And so Goku has to go with Shenron. He absorbs the Dragon Balls, and not only is Goku gone for good, their #1 hero, but the Dragon Balls. Their MacGuffin, the things that every show saves their ass, saves people's asses, and makes their lives easier. This saga is about Goku and the Dragon Balls, and how the Z Fighters and all the guys have to let them go after they defeat the embodiment of their inability in the past. This is what the Shadow Dragon Saga was. Characters finally letting go of what they could not do in the past, of what they couldn't do in the future, because the Dragon Balls were something they could always lean on, they could always rely on. Even Vegeta in the Buu Saga was killing humans to try and fight Goku because, oh, well, I can just revive them. We can just revive them later. That isn't a thing anymore. They can't do that anymore. The Dragon Balls are gone. One of the greatest things about this is Vegeta does become full circle, a fully progressed and developed character. A lot of people don't really understand GT Vegeta. GT Vegeta is a progressed and developed character. He is the actual finalized Vegeta, at least in this continuation. He builds upon what happened to him in the Buu Saga and the end of Z. Vegeta was extremely humbled against Buu when he gave his ultimate speech saying that Goku had surpassed him. And then even in the end of Z, when Goku had Vegeta come to this tournament just so that Goku could fight Oob, Vegeta wasn't mad about it, and he wasn't mad about Goku leaving, even though, he wanted to fight Goku, but this is not a Vegeta that is as arrogant and selfish as he has been before. And this even goes further into GT. If you guys don't know, in GT, Vegeta is a lot more humble. He's a lot more of a human. In fact, he even calls himself an Earthling. Like in Super 17, he's like, I'm an Earthling with Saiyan power. Vegeta now identifies as a human or an Earthling. He still has the pride of his Saiyan race and his Saiyan power, but this is a different Vegeta. He takes his kids shopping. He hangs out with his kids. He's a family man. He grows a mustache. Now, yeah, he still trains, but it really does seem in this series he's training for his own personal development, not really to surpass Goku. Well, until Goku gets, Super Saiyan 4. He's not happy about that. He doesn't like that Goku has Super Saiyan 4, but he's not really necessarily mad that Goku has surpassed him. And Vegeta is willing to get a boost of help from Bulma to go Super Saiyan 4. Now, I've kind of talked about this in a previous video, where people say that Vegeta cheated to go Super Saiyan 4. No, Vegeta didn't have a tail. That's the only thing he didn't have, which is something you're born with and he's cut off. All this did is bypass not having a tail, with Bulma shooting Vegeta with the Brutes waves. That's all it did. It just turned him into an Ozaru. Vegeta still had to be able to go Super Saiyan, which is something you have to unlock on your own, and then therefore Ozaru, then Golden Ozaru. Vegeta had to tame his inner beast to become a Super Saiyan 4. He did all of the work, except for transforming into an Ozaru. It's not really any different to when Goku first went Golden Ozaru and Super Saiyan 4. It's really not any different. And even then, if Vegeta was going to cheat to do this, this is a far progressed Vegeta. A Vegeta who suggested fusion to Goku. When Vegeta first goes Super Saiyan 4 and goes up next to Goku, he's like, no, we're still no match for Omega Shenron. We need to fuse. That's something we need to do, and you know it, Kakarot. This is a Vegeta who knows what he should do. He knows what's right to do. He still has that pride. He still has that badass side of himself, but he's a lot more developed. He still isn't more of an Earthling now than a Saiyan. And the crazy thing is here is Goku finally dies, and it's for good. And unlike last time, he wasn't coming back. And Vegeta, he accepts this, that he is never going to beat Goku. He will never have another chance. This is the last time. Never again will he ever get to fight Goku. He accepts it. And now, he puts the good of the world over his own desires, his own wants, his own needs, and he just does it without any remorse for what it means to him. Vegeta does this. And then what he does next, at least it's speculated, we don't necessarily know. Could be Oob, could be Gohan, could be Goten. But he takes over the mantle of Goku, becoming the hero of Earth. At least that's likely what he does. I mean, we don't necessarily know. He would technically still be the strongest person of the Z Fighters. He probably would take it for just, a couple years until Oob or Gohan or Goten or Trunks catches up to him. But still, he'd be the strongest guy. He would be the lead protector of Earth at this point. He would replace Goku. Now, with Goku going around, he would go around and say his goodbyes to everyone. Piccolo, his family, Vegeta, and while this was really cool to see, just go back and watch it, it's pretty emotional. Goku is gone for good. He's gone. This is the last time anybody will see him. His family, his kids, his rival, and technically, I would say that Vegeta is probably his really good friend. And nobody's gonna see him anymore. He's doing it because he has to. He needs to take the Dragon Balls within him. And he's dead. And he's dead for good because the Dragon Balls are no good anymore. For the first time in the Dragon Ball franchise, death has meaning. Finally, death is meaningful in the Dragon Ball franchise. That happened in Dragon Ball GT, with Goku finally becoming a weird version of death and the Dragon Balls being gone. That is a great way to bring the franchise to an end. And at the very end of this, Goku's laying on the back of Shenron, flying away to wherever they're flying to. Goku merges with the Dragon Balls. And you could say this is the ultimate come together full circle of Goku's character. He was once that little boy with a stick and who beat up monsters, who ran around looking for the Dragon Balls, trying to become the strongest ever, becomes one, fuses with the embodiment of fulfilling wishes. He fuses with Shenron, who grants wish, who has ultimate power. He finally got this. And even though this is the end of Goku, it's not the end of Earth, it's not the end of Saiyans. In fact, we get a little blurb of what's happening at the end of GT, and there's Goku and Vegeta Jr. They both go Super Saiyan, and they're fighting each other. What does this mean? This is either Goku and Vegeta, this is their offspring. They look exactly like their ancestors though, so this could be some sort of a reincarnation thing. Not technically exactly replica reincarnation, but it shows that the spirits of Goku and Vegeta live on over 100 years after Goku's death. And, I don't know how many years after Vegeta died, at least, 80 years after Vegeta died? So these characters are long dead, and yet their own offspring are carrying the mantle. They're Super Saiyans, and they'll become heroes again. So yeah, this is why I love the Shadow Dragon Saga. It brings back the Dragon Balls and makes it so, oh, you guys did something wrong. Bulma created the Dragon Radar, made the Dragon Balls be gathered way too much, way too many wishes. I believe it was supposed to be the Dragon Balls were meant to be wished once every 100 years. I'm just thinking of how many times they were used within the Dragon Ball story of what, a 40-year period or whatever. That's a lot, guys. And that corrupted them. That gathered the minus energy, and then that summoned the Shadow Dragons. So this is the ultimate battle of Goku and friends fighting against their inability of what they could do in the past. Fighting what they could not do previously, what they couldn't stop. And they couldn't stop it without help. Goku needed help to go Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4. Goku needed help with the Universal Spirit Bomb to defeat Omega Shenron. And finally, Goku gave the ultimate sacrifice. He died. He became something entirely new. Like, I don't know if you've seen it, but Goku gets this weird key around him, and he's tanking Omega Shenron's blast. Now remember, Omega Shenron was stronger than Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and now base Goku is tanking these blasts from Omega Shenron like it's nothing? Yeah, this is a different Goku. He's somewhat dead, somewhat something entirely new. People say he's immortal. I don't really know what to say. Again, this scene is entirely left up into interpretation, so it's up to what you think. What I kind of think is that Goku has just ascended to a different realm. He is a god. He is immortal. I don't necessarily know how to explain it, but I mean, if you're tanking blast from Mega Shenron, that's something different. You're fusing with the dragons. You are alive 100 years later. You look not aged whatsoever. I think it's a great ending. I love this ending. If you take the Shadow Dragon Saga ending and then watch the GT Heroes Legacy movie, I love it. I think it's amazing. It's great. And, I don't know if an ending is ever going to top it. The Dragon Ball ending, it was decent. The Z ending was kind of meh. I mean, you just do a 10-year time skip and then Goku leaves to go train the reincarnation of Kid Buu. It was kind of interesting. Super's ending, which I don't even know I don't want to say it's super endings yet. I wouldn't be surprised if they continued it. But out of all of these so far, GT has the best ending in my opinion, has the best ending saga, and the best, most symbolism, the most meaningful ending. This ending is Goku's death permanently, and the end of the Dragon Balls. No more MacGuffins, no more mistakes. Somebody dies, they're dead for good. It gave death meaning in the Dragon Ball franchise, and honestly, it would have been cool to see another saga or two after the Shadow Dragon Saga. That'd be really cool to see a saga with the Z Fighters coming of age, coming to find out how to fight, how to survive, how to live without Goku, without the Dragon Balls. It'd be really cool to see what could happen after that. But anyways, guys, that's what my opinions on this subject is. I think that the Shadow Dragon Saga is amazing. I think it's the best, or one of the best, and its symbolism, I think, is the best and best philosophical symbolism in the Dragon Ball franchise. I love it. You guys should definitely watch the Shadow Dragon Saga. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the Shadow Dragon Saga down below. Let me know what you think of this video down below. Hope you guys do all have an amazing day. Peace out.